Versatile Mage. Chapter 13. First Taste of Magic. In the pavilion on the hill, an unimaginable purple energy flashed magnificently before quickly disappearing into nothing. A scorched smell lingered in the air, and there was even some charring on the surrounding plants. Two people lay on the ground, twitching violently. Their appearances were too horrible to look at. The insufferably arrogant attitude of the Guangxi district's ruffians was nowhere to be seen. The other three people were thoroughly terrified. Big Brother Mo Fan, seeing as how we grew up in the same district, could you spare us? We will never do this again. The man with the cigarette was so scared that his soul felt as though it had dispersed. To him, the 16-year-old youth before him was scarier than the demons in his nightmares. You are an honorable mage. You don't need to lower yourself to the level of dregs like us. I beg of you, don't do anything to us, the man in cowboy adornments said with a trembling voice. The sight of Zhu Bing and the muscular man's conditions was simply too terrifying. The man in cowboy attire didn't want to end up like them. The whiff of rage that had accompanied the fully unleashed lightning strike slowly settled in Mo Fan's heart. He looked at the miserable Zhu Bing and the muscular man, then glanced at the other three who were completely terrified. Take them to the hospital, Mo Fan said as he calmed down. Truthfully, even Mo Fan hadn't imagined that the primary rank skill of the lightning element, lightning strike, could be so powerful. This was my first time actually activating it. If I can become more proficient and increase my accuracy, I won't waste a single bit of scattered energy during activation. A perfected lightning strike might directly kill all five of them in an instant. So far, so good. There were no casualties, or things could have become complicated. Yes. We'll go now. The cowboy, seeing Mo Fan's rage subside, acted as though he had been granted a new life. The other two didn't dare think too much. They hurried to support the two paralyzed men, only to feel remaining lightning arcs pass into their arms from the victims' bodies, making them tremble in fear. Call an ambulance. You'll handle the medical fees yourselves, Mo Fan said indifferently. I'll call them now. Mo Fan's rage had already dispersed. In fact, his mind was still brimming with a hard-to-conceal excitement. Right now, in their eyes, Mo Fan was like a god of slaughter. How could he display his giddy joy to these fools? Walking into the pavilion, Mo Fan swept away the cards from the wheelchair, picked it up, and followed the stairs down. The three men still watched him with fear in their eyes. Suddenly, Mo Fan spun around. The three of them recoiled instinctively. Oh right, if someone asks, tell them these two tried to steal electricity. If you dare spread word of me being a mage, I'll make sure you never speak again. I've heard the police don't trouble mages who, accidentally, kill someone, especially scum who provoked a mage, Mo Fan warned. The three nodded frantically like pounding garlic, as obedient as could be. As for Zhao Kunsen and Mu Bai, with your IQs, I trust you know what to say. Mo Fan added casually. We didn't see you. You're smart. I'll consider the matter closed. If anything comes up in the future, you can find me. You've seen my abilities. Yes. Big Brother Mo Fan, take care. The three bent over in fear and respect. Mo Fan nodded, picked up the wheelchair, and left. First, you beat 'em up ruthlessly. Then, you give them a little benefit. Mo Fan believed these lads wouldn't dare act rashly or spread the matter. On one side, he had become a lightning element magician capable of activating his skills. On the other, there was only the apprentice-level Mu Bai. Surely they knew where to stand. Still, Mo Fan was well aware these five were merely lackeys for Mu Bai and Zhao Kunsen. When the time comes, I'll pay those two bastards back in full. Following the stone steps downward, Mo Fan finally couldn't help laughing aloud. A few years ago, he had been just an ordinary student staring out the window in boring history classes. He'd daydream about soaring through the sky or meeting villains he could defeat with a special power in his hands. Who would have thought he'd get a taste of that today? With the lightning force at his command, the 5 ruffians who once bullied him had scattered like stray dogs. The feeling was incredible, like a dream. Lightning element's lightning strike is indeed impressive. I wonder what kind of power the fire element's primary rank skill, Flame Burst, has. There's still half a year before the annual magic examination. I should have enough time to master Fire Burst, Mo Fan thought excitedly. Lightning Strike was already ferocious. What about other elements? And the primary rank was just the beginning. Above it were intermediate and high ranks. Right. The wind element teacher said the high rank skill, Wind Wings, lets you soar through the sky. Damn, if I learned that, I could go anywhere. Even after a long while, Mo Fan couldn't suppress his excitement. His mind kept running over magic knowledge, imagining what other heaven-defying skills mages might have. On the swing sat a long-haired girl with a perfect nose, her head slightly tilted upward. She was watching the pavilion, its view partly blocked by trees. The purple ray just now, Yi Xingxia murmured. She had seen a magnificent purple light, like a shooting star, flash from the pavilion. Though it vanished quickly, it was unforgettable. Is it a mage? She wondered. It was hard to believe a mage would appear in a small city area like this. But why would one show up where Mo Fan and a group of ruffians were, and even use real magic? Is Big Brother Mo Fan alright? She bit her lip nervously. At last, a familiar figure appeared on the stone staircase. He was carrying her wheelchair, and had a trace of a silly smile on his face. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.